Heyo, your friendly neighborhood quarter guy here, fresh off Wednesday's Nintendo Direct. And I think it's fair that I share my thoughts. First off, Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. A lot of promising stuff there. Like Street Pass Shadow Link battles. That sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, apparently this time you're going to be traveling about, well, warping by witch. That sounds pretty funny. And then there's the apparent main villain. I can't be the only one who thinks that guy at least slightly reminds me of Girahim. Not to mention his weird obsession with trapping people in paintings. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this villain, but I'm probably going to eventually get the game anyway. Next up, Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. It has a release date now! The final true Layton game will be released on February 28th, and I cannot wait for it. I am a huge fan of Professor Layton, to be honest. And I just know it's going to be awesome. Another big thing, Super Mario 3D World. If my hype wasn't already high enough for it, it went through the roof yesterday. First off, the Golden Train bonus stages, those look just awesome. And we also get levels with top-down shooter stages. And let's see, Luigi Brothers retro-style bonus game. Let's see, there's also the Captain Toad minigames levels. And the thing that really put a smile on my face, Rosalina is going to be unlockable in the game, complete with the signature spin attack from Super Mario Galaxy. To be honest, I was really excited about that. But at the same time, I hope it doesn't lead to a Super Mario Galaxy 3. To be honest, I see the next direction for Mario as an adventure in cyberspace. I see that utilizing the gamepad a lot better. However, the biggest news out of the Nintendo Direct isn't related to a game for me. The Wii U and 3DS are finally going to be unifying Nintendo Network accounts, which also implements cross-buying between platforms and shared balances. All I have to say is, it's about friggin' time. I have been waiting for this since the Wii U launched, and I am so glad that it's finally going to happen. I suppose I should probably tell you now where I'm headed right now. December's list is going to be a holiday special. Top 10 video game cryokinetics. What that basically means is ice users. And I am going to be covering games and franchises that I probably haven't mentioned yet, or that I rarely mention. So, expect to see that sometime next month. Also, someone suggested that I do some Monster Hunter related videos for Thanksgiving. Yeah, a friend of mine suggested that. I'd like to know what you think. Would you like to see me take on some beasts? Let me know in the comments below. Also, I'm going to say this right now. I am personally indifferent to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, but I've recently gotten a little bit into Phoenix Wright, mainly because of the Layton versus Phoenix Wright crossover coming up soon. So that same friend suggested that I check out the crossover between Ace Attorney and MLP, Turnabout Storm. I have to say, and this is coming from someone who's not a Brony, I was actually impressed. I have to agree with Josh here. You don't have to be a fan of either franchise to get some enjoyment out of it. I mean, I enjoyed it and I'm not a Brony. To be honest, I only watch Josh's MLP reviews for the reviews, not the actual episodes. But in all honesty, when something's popular, I try to reserve judgment until at least I know what all the fuss is about. But yeah, I personally enjoyed Turnabout Storm, even though I'm not a brony. Anyways, before this gets out of control, on to user questions. First question comes from Jack Stevenson. He asks, did you ever see the movie Ender's Game? Actually, I saw that movie fairly recently with a meetup group. I enjoyed it. It was a great visual feast, some great action sequences, but I haven't read the book, and when you compare a movie to a book, there's definitely going to be a lot of missing stuff. Considering that a book can take days to read and a movie is just like 2 hours, 3 hours maybe. But the acting was at least good. I enjoyed the action sequences and the visuals. But if I want to get the full story, I'd probably need to read the book. Yeah, a movie is no substitute for a book. Anyway, next question comes from Destro103. He asks, who is your favorite Robot Master in Mega Man Unlimited? I would probably have to say the hidden Robot Master, Yoku Man. You all know how much we love the disappearing blocks in Mega Man. Well, this fan game has a hidden stage completely revolving around visual tricks and disappearing blocks. Even the battle itself is has fake outs galore. This level is designed to screw with your head. And let me tell ya, I have never enjoyed frustration so much in my life. Not to mention that the music itself actually throws in the sound effect for a disappearing block to screw with you further. I gotta admit, Megaphil X, you definitely did something right here. Next question comes from Cook Oliver. He asks, have you ever played a Guilty Gear game? Yes, I have, actually. It was the first one I played was back on the PS2, Guilty Gear XX. I've also played Guilty Gear Iska. Didn't impress me as much as XX. I actually have Accent Core on PS3, though I would advise against trying to challenge me online. I haven't played it in a while, and I hear the online is atrocious. That being said, I am hyped for Guilty Gear Xrd. And I am so happy it's coming to the PS3 so I don't have to buy a new system just for one game. I personally have a 3-game rule. I will only consider buying a system if and when there are at least 3 games worth playing on it. Next question comes from DJ Octavia1, who asks, when playing fighting games, do you use a pad or an arcade stick? I just use a standard controller. One reason mainly. Arcade sticks tend to be rather expensive. I'm not made of money, so if a standard controller will suffice, I'll just use that. I mean, I know the pros use arcade sticks, but then again, those are pros. And I am not a, what one would call a professional gamer. So I am more than happy using a regular controller. Last question comes from Randezel27. He asks, if you had to sum up the song Chacaron Macaron in one word, what would it be? What?